Emotions are running high here in West Portal, where, as you can see over there, dozens of residents have gathered to share their input about a traffic safety plan following a crash that killed a family last month.
Exactly. Parking lot remains open. All of this parking on West Portal Avenue.
Longtime West Portal resident Cynthia Skinner wants the city to pump the brakes on the proposed traffic safety plan, allowing her and her neighbors more time to gather information.
I wanted to know who is in charge, who made the decisions. I haven't received that information yet. How did this come about so quickly?
Pat Dunbar, who's called West Portal home for 2 decades, fears the city is rushing to a decision spurred by the tragic death of a family of 4.
The accident happened right there, very sadly. It's a horrible accident. Changing that is not going to change this. It's not going to stop a poor woman for whatever reason. They haven't even released a report yet on why the accident happened. So SMTA has not finished their study on the accident, and yet they're putting out this proposal.
A spokesperson for SFMTA says the agency hasn't made any decisions yet, and this is just an opportunity to hear from the public.
We're in the process of collecting feedback from members of the community, and based on that feedback, we're going to take a look at the proposal and see maybe that there's some things that we need to change that maybe we didn't know about, or maybe that they're sharing with us.
A key aspect of the project is the elimination of all left turns in the intersections defined by West Portal Avenue, Ulloa Street, Lenox Way, and Claremont Boulevard in order to protect pedestrians. And that's why Louis and Megan, who frequent the area daily despite living in the Sunset District, believe the changes will enhance safety.
I support the proposal, which I see as a compromise to full-on closing West Portal to cars, that main drag, which would be, I think, an ideal scenario, but I see this proposal as a compromise to make it safer for everyone to use West Portal.
In the meantime, Cynthia says West Portal is a neighborhood still navigating the shock and grief of the family's death while trying to understand if the city's plan would, in fact, make them safer. And ultimately, SFMTA officials say it's time to calm down. They're actually reminding people that this is just a draft proposal and there's time to make changes.
There's no changes to parking on West Portal Avenue. But you won't be able to get to that parking lot because it's closed. The parking lot would still be open and you can still you can still drive north on West Portal.
So is that correct?
Let us finish talking because some of us don't understand what's going on. I don't understand.
That is the quick overview. You can read more online or hang out here and ask individual questions. I'm going to send more technical questions to my colleague here, Michael, who's the project engineer. And you can, if anyone hasn't taken the survey yet, take the survey. You can do it online, or we can make sure that you can take it in paper.
So can I just ask, is everybody now clear what the actual proposal is?
No,
I want to know why this is going now. Why don't you wait till the El Terravel project is finished before you do anything else? It's pointless.
So this isn't
Or
a
stop
community
discharging
meeting.
people in the middle of the street. Yeah. So I want to make sure. So why don't we take people's individual questions so that we can answer. So, and before that, I want to make sure if anyone hasn't yet, or knows what they've learned and they want to take the survey, come on up and you can take a picture of this QR code, or I can give you a paper survey to fill out. Has anyone not taken the survey yet and would like to?
We want any of those options. We want to just put a moratorium on it.
Thank you. And just we'll put it in the box. There's a couple here. Oh no, yeah.
I have a question about the direction.
Okay.
I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3. Okay.
So I got it.
Yeah, I want the paper.
Okay, here you go.
When they printed it, because that was not the first question when it was originally printed. This was the first question.
This is Spanish.
Which is literally,
Sorry.
you have to get all
Devin, after that deadly crash, a lot of agencies from police to public works tried to come up with ideas that could have prevented a tragedy like that one. And here's what Muni came up with as a draft proposal. This is the area outside the West Portal Transit Station. This reconfiguration would prevent cars from driving through the intersection of Ulloa Street and West Portal Avenue, eliminating left-hand turns on drivers heading toward the station from either street. They would have to turn right. So Muni says this would clearly define where pedestrians, vehicles, and buses can go and remove vehicle traffic from the train tracks. The director of MTA says it's about safety for all involved.
And also to help expand upon the vibrant commercial life of the West Portal corridor by creating a brand new entry plaza for the overall district.
In addition to 3 rail lines and 2 major bus lines, the neighborhood has 2 schools and a lot of shops and restaurants around. Some of the business owners, though, are not sure if Muni's solution is the right one.
The accident that we have, that was tragic, but we really don't have any data to support that. It's a problem.
I think it's going to be rougher for people to get down here or want to come down here. I think I keep saying, when they closed down Market Street for thorough traffic, all things went really bad from then on there, and it really hasn't recovered. And I feel like doing something that's that major to an area that's been working like this for so long, it's really going to make a big, huge impact on everyone.
Muni has scheduled 3 public meetings about this in the weeks to come. The merchants are planning on having some meetings of their own.
So I had been, cleaning, and I came in the living room, and I was standing right here, and I could hear something coming, and I looked out the window, and I saw this white car going really fast, and it was on the wrong side of the road, and it was kind of moving closer and closer to the curb, and it must have been, I don't know how fast it was going, but to me it felt like 50 miles an hour or something like that. It was way faster than it was supposed to be going. And I just stood here, and I saw the car smack into the pole at the bus stop down at the end of the corner, and it never broke. They didn't put the brakes on. It didn't swerve. It just ran into the pole, and immediately I thought, oh my God, people have died, because I didn't see what else could have happened. And so, yeah, that was I was just standing here, and I just couldn't believe what I'd seen outside my own house. And so I went outside, and I kind of went to go look at it closer, but I didn't really want to get too close. But yeah, so it was just really scary, and
I can feel your heart racing as you're recounting what happened. Your heart must have been pounding looking at that.
It was.
Anticipating what could be happening next.
Right.
What is happening right now? Kind of walk me through the emotions in your heart.
It just was just so much that I was just, it was just this really heavy feeling, because I just knew that somebody had to have died. And I wasn't even thinking about the pedestrians there, because, that's the bus stop. And it's always really busy. And today's the St. Patrick's Day parade, and I was seeing people going downtown and green and all that, and I couldn't see the impact. I just could hear it and see the car, so I haven't seen on the other side of that.